go back in time and give you a tip. You can give freshman you in college, or we can give high school you a tip. Something that you wish you had known that you've learned that would have helped you to just manage life a little more easily.
There's a lot of things I would tell myself, but I think the number one thing that I would tell myself is to, in general, just always ask questions, but also ask for help when you need it. Because I still am, I'm getting better, but in the past, I was like terrible at asking questions if I didn't understand anything, asking for help, even though I desperately needed it, because I didn't want to like either burden somebody or put that on somebody else or make myself appear, I guess, less than because I have a question, but other people aren't having the same questions. Just in general, ask for help.
Yeah, I would say, the same thing, but even like ask your friends kind of what they're doing. I think maybe I didn't realize that everyone else was like way far ahead of me and was already thinking about college and all of these things, and maybe had this information that I didn't because their parents went to college and their parents are doctors or whatever. But yeah, ask your friends and be open with your friends that, maybe you need help and you don't know the information that you need, because your community can be a really big resource for you, whether they are just, sympathizing or empathizing with your, struggle or with your confusion, or whether they might have the information that you don't have. And they might be able to give you tips and say, this is what's helped me, or this is what I've considered, or a resource that I've looked into, and maybe this will help you.
2 pieces of advice. One is for my past self and one is for my current self, because we can always keep growing. So the first is listen to advice. And that's my past self. Because I think a lot of times, like what Sarah and Taylor are saying is super important, but sometimes we like have like a mandatory lecture that we have to go to where someone's giving advice and we kind of disregard it. It's really adhere and listen to that advice, allow it to like, ruminate in your mind. I think it's super important to have those opportunities to listen to other people speak, even if it's unsolicited. So that's the first thing, listen to advice. The second, to my current self, in vein of Taylor, I think would also enjoy this advice, and Sarah as well. It's okay to say no. And I struggle with this. I still struggle with this to this day, because you want to do everything the world has to offer. That's, I've taken classes in 29 different departments. There was no reason for that. I just did it because I wanted to do everything. But it's okay to say, maybe not today, or maybe I don't want to do this art class or take this chemistry class because my friend is taking it. So it's okay to say no. And I'm still working on it. I tend to say yes 98.7% of the time, but that 1.3% used to not be as high.